Adolf Hitler. A man whose very presence could command the room, whose voice echoed through history with an unyielding force. Today, let us dive into the persona of Hitler, not just as a dictator, but as a figure with a charisma that defied explanation. Adolf Hitler, the man who wielded power like a weapon, possessed a magnetism that captivated those around him. His speeches, delivered with an unwavering passion, were a symphony of fervor and conviction. As he stood before the masses, his words became a force of nature, shaping the destiny of nations.
Es ist unser Wunsch und Wille, dass dieser Staat und dieses Reich bestehen sollen in den kommenden Jahrtausenden. Wir können glücklich sein zu wissen, dass diese Zukunft restlos uns gehört.
But what was it about Hitler that made him so captivating? It was more than the rhetoric. It was an energy that permeated the air, his body language. His piercing gaze and the cadence of his speech created an atmosphere of authority. Whether in a grand auditorium or an intimate gathering, Hitler commanded attention. As a dictator, his charisma was a double-edged sword. It fueled his rise to power, but it also masked the darkness within. The same force that inspired unwavering loyalty from some fueled fear in others. Hitler's charisma was a complex dance, a magnetic pull that drew people in and, at times, repelled them. In this brief minute, we scratch the surface of a man whose presence in history remains haunting, Adolf Hitler. The dictator with an unparalleled charisma left an indelible mark on the world. Join me in future explorations as we delve into the intricate tapestry of historical figures, 1 minute at a time. Now that we've scratched the surface of Hitler's public persona, let's journey into the mysteries that surround the dictator, particularly those related to the foods he favored. As we delve deeper, we uncover the culinary secrets that shroud the taste buds of one of history's most infamous figures. As we pull back the curtains on Hitler's life, let's first set the stage. Imagine yourself in the heart of the Third Reich, where decisions of global consequence were made, often over a table filled with the dictator's preferred dishes. Contrary to the common perception of dictators reveling in extravagance, Hitler's culinary choices were, in some ways, surprisingly restrained. The dictator was known to follow a vegetarian diet, favoring dishes rich in vegetables and flavors. Hitler's roots in Austria and his later connections to Bavaria left an imprint on his taste buds. From hearty sausages to traditional Bavarian stews, The dictator found comfort in the culinary traditions of his surroundings. Behind the stern facade, Hitler had a penchant for indulging his sweet tooth. Pastries, cakes, and desserts were not exempt from his menu. Perhaps in these moments, we see a glimpse of a man seeking solace from the pressures of his regime.
In einer Vereinsrede vom Volk der Brüder zu sprechen, sondern hineinzugehen in das Volk, alle seine Vorurteile allmählich zu überwinden und dann zu helfen und immer wieder zu helfen. Reichen gebt ihr den Armen, sondern wir sagen, deutsches Volk, hilft dir selbst. Jeder soll helfen, ob arm oder reich. Jeder soll denken, es gibt noch einen, der ärmer ist als ich und dem will ich helfen als Volksgenosse.
Behind the closed doors of power, what intricate meals were prepared to satisfy Hitler's vegetarian palate? How did the flavors of Bavaria influence his choices? Did the dictator have a favorite dish? A culinary obsession hidden from the pages of history. As we continue our exploration, let the music of the Reich accompany us. The melodies that echoed through history's darkest corridors were carefully curated, creating an eerie harmony with the dictator's culinary choices. Now, let's briefly peek into the recipes that graced Hitler's table. We won't delve into specifics, but imagine dishes featuring vibrant vegetables, regional specialties, and decadent desserts so meticulously chosen to please a dictator's palate. The intertwining of history and gastronomy brings forth a unique perspective. Hitler's culinary choices, in retrospect, become a lens through which we examine the multifaceted nature of a man whose impact on the world was both devastating and profound. As we conclude this exploration into Hitler's favorite foods, we're left with a paradox and infamous dictator with an unexpected culinary repertoire. Join me next time as we uncover more untold stories from history.